This is a tricorn I'm really, really proud of. Yeah. I still see it now. I mean, I have it now, so I still see it now. Because it was my first metal guitar that I made. And my first client. And he's still my best friend in actual fact, so I have the guitar here. One day, I just picked up my old tri-plate. I walked down to the workshop and I put it there. And I didn't come out of the workshop till I made this. As easy as that. I just bought a sheet of brass, I took out a jigsaw and I cut it all out by hand. So that's the thing that when I look at this guitar, I just think, wow, you were crazy. How on earth did you think you could make that? You know, I'd never soldered anything. I'm a cabinet maker, or I was a cabinet maker, you know, and I just cut all that out. And she still works today, you know, I mean, this guitar's great. It's a great guitar. You can sit down with anybody and play this guitar and everybody thinks it's a good guitar. So, you know, this one is a fond memory for me. Because I think the guy who made it must have been crazy. I mean,
I was born on a labor. I'm my mama's baby child.
Basically, I always use brass. Yeah. It's a good all-round sound. You can play most music with brass. Yeah.
I would say, as a general rule, I prefer the brass-bodied instruments over German silver in tricones. Brass-bodied versus steel-bodied in single-cone guitars is a whole different area because they're very different sound, a very different instrument.
I've done a few in steel, like an old Orlean, like an old Triolean, yeah. But it's a question of taste, I think, yeah. Steel can be a bit brash, it's very delta-ish, yeah. So most people ask me to make a brass one because you can do both with it. It's as easy as that. The old tri-plates before, they were made out of a thing called German silver. And that's very different sound-wise. You get a wobbly reverb on it, you know, and that's because of the metal itself, you know. Brass will go boom, 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 and German silver goes zing, 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 zing.
Brass has got a better bass end. German silver to me sounds thin. You know, not always, but as a general rule, I would say the German silver sounds thinner than the brass. But the crazy thing with guitars, as we all know as lovers of guitars, so often you pick up a guitar that is made of a wood that isn't meant to be a good wood, and it's assembled in a way that isn't maybe the correct way, and it's a beautiful guitar.
Well, the metal is hard to keep clean and shiny, but you have to just rub and rub and keep your, and the metal ones rust too quick. That's what my 1930 in Hawaii. I bet this rusted. Mike said he'll straighten it out when I get it, if I ever get it. And I like the wood because it's more mellow tone and it's more sweeter tone.
There is something about wooden guitars for me now, having been through the whole, owned a lot of them, different metal guitars and wooden guitars. For me, the wood are the ones.
Okay, so this is the same old model, yeah, my wooden 12 fret, which I like a lot, And this is a Koa. This was bought straight from Hawaii from a guy called Bart Potter. Bart's great, Bart is. I mean, he used to look after the forest and things. I don't know where in Hawaii, yeah, but I found him one day. And he sent me this stuff. He sent me a few pictures of it, and he still sends me pictures of trees being cut down, and do you want some of this? Things that take hours to load up on a computer, yeah, and you suddenly get a big tree coming out of it, great. Yeah, and this is what Bart's really proud of this, yeah, because he calls it the mother of curl, yeah, because of all the small stripes in it. Yeah. I think it's a question of taste. You either like a dark brown one or you don't like a dark brown one. But I actually think it's lovely, yeah. Some things I must say that I do like making is wood. I believe if you use just the beauty of the wood itself, yeah, without staining it and things, yeah, if the wood is beautiful, It will never go out of fashion. In 20 years' time it'll look great. In 100 years' time it'll look wonderful. It'll just never go out of fashion, and the beauty of nature will always be there. Yeah? So I mean, I do like making something as simple as that it's the tree and nature that made it as beautiful as that. You know, it's important to me. Yeah. But the most important in the end of it all, as beautiful as it can be, yeah, it has to work. What I look for in a guitar, since over the years, I've realised what I really need is tone. Yeah, yeah. I mean, resonator guitars can be loud. I mean, they're all loud. They're all loud. But what's important is to have loudness, but you need tone. And if you haven't got the tone, yeah, a very loud guitar is wonderful for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then afterwards a little bit. Well, yes, I prefer tone. You know, I need well-balanced strings and things. Yeah, and I do think that's what I make. Yeah, you know, I think I've got the tone. At least I've got the tone that I'm looking for. Yeah, I hope other people like it, but you know, for me, this is what I'm looking for.
Mike's guitars compare to the best of those instruments. Not through the middle, to the best. They are some of the best resonator guitars that anyone's ever made.